So after update the folder, or after updating the records, what is the next step? We have to delete the records. So as per the step, the next step is we have to delete the record. So let me just specify the step here. So under delete records, what we have to do is we have to loop through each files under delete folder. We have to extract the details from the PDF, and based on the product name, seller and price detail, we have to delete the particular record by clicking on this delete button. So okay, so just I think just copy this. Sorry, I think my system got hacked. Yeah. Okay. So now we had to define our keyword, delete the records. Records. So now we had to add the some functionalities to this delete the record so that we can do the delete the records operation. So first what we have to do, we have to retrieve the file path of the files which are present in the delete folder. So for that we can use list files in directory keyword, which is coming under rpa.filesystem library, and it will actually retrieve all the file path list in the delete folder, and it will store in a list. So for that we can do that here. 1 2 3 4 files is equal to list file list files in directory, and we pass the folder path. So let me copy the same here. We have to make some changes here. 1 2 go. Instead of update you provide delete. Now you have to loop through each files in the folder. So for that we can use for loop for file one. So next is what we are iterating to each file under the delete folder. So our next step is we want to extract the details from the PDF from the files which are present in the delete folder. For that we can use extract the data from PDF keyword. Okay, so I think we can copy the same step because we are doing the same step here. So let me copy the same step that we have done for the update the record also, because we are doing the update extracting the data operation. Let me copy that here. 1 2 3 4. Yeah, cool. Now like after extracting the data from the PDF, like product name, seller and price, next what you have to do, so you have to like delete the record based on the product name, seller and price detail that we had extracted. So for that we have to click on this delete button, and for clicking the delete button we can use click element activity. So actually this difference between this click button and click element is that this click button is used for clicking buttons, but for click element it is used for clicking any other element other than buttons, and even you can use click element for clicking the buttons also. Okay, So that's the difference between click button and click element keyword. So now you have to pass the locator. So in the same way that we had designed for update, you can design for delete also. Cool. Yeah. So in this case, we had to design the XPath for the delete button in such a way that it will click the delete button corresponding to the given product name, seller name, and price. So for that, yeah. So we are using the first record for the testing of our XPath we are generating. V2 is equal to laptop and E equal to ABC and if you look at the third keyword, there's a space between dollar sign and the money value. So we have to provide that here. So TD uh, um, yeah. Now use so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. TD underscore 6. Some changes. Yeah. So it is actually clicking the delete button corresponding to the product name laptop, seller ABC and price 60,000. So you can generalize the XPath in such a way that it can click the delete button corresponding to the given product name, given seller name and given price details. So let me copy that here and paste it here. Now let's change the let's change the given value, that is product name, seller name and price details, into variable part. So let me add product name, and instead of ABC we can provide seller variable, and instead of price we can instead of $6,000 we can provide price. Yeah, cool. So this is the entire XPath we are writing here. Okay, and it will actually select the delete button corresponding to the required data. So after um, after deleting the button, we are deleting the record. So that is the main aim of our step. We are completing our one operation for the entire operation for one file. Okay, so this is the entire operation. Now we can close this for loop. Okay, so in this way we had completed our next process, that is deleting the records. So what we have done, we are iterating through each files under delete folder, and then we are clicking on the delete button corresponding to the given product name, seller name and price detail. So now let's run our workflow to see whether our delete the record step is working fine or not. So let me just restart the cell and click on restart. You can see it's opening the website. Yeah. It's inserting the data. It's updating and deleting. You can see. So it has deleted the data. So we can say that our delete the record step is also working fine.